Hello, everyone. This is Jeremy Wilson, results coach, speaker, and author. And in this training today, we're going to talk about writing copy. So today is going to be more on the technical side of writing copy, the structure. I'm going to take you into my back office so you can see one of my copies and how I've used it and how to formulate your own copy, so you can target and reach your audience. We're going to talk real quick about the different kinds of copy as a quick overview. And then in this series training, we'll go step by step through each one individually. So real quick, there's about 11 copy styles that I want to share with you. Now, as always, I take notes to make sure that I can give you the best value. And I also encourage you to take notes too. So the first copy is the plain text copy. As a brief overview, it's just a simple introduction of your product or service. Excuse me. The next one, and this is probably my favorite, is the storytelling copy. And you know what they say, facts tell, stories sell. And then the third one we're going to talk about in our training series is the conversation copy. It's a letter or email that is engaging as if you're talking to that person one-on-one. Then we have number 4, which is our imagination copy. It's a copy, and it could be short or long, that makes your potential reader think and visualize. The fourth one is long copy. I love long copy. Long copy gives you the ability to write not only a story, but also be engaging. So you can formulate several different aspects of your writing language in long copy. It's a great strategy to use, especially when sending emails. Of course, you want to have all aspects of copy in your email campaigns, and we'll talk about that later. The next one is poetry copy. Poetry copy is something that resonates. It has a meaning, but the meaning is hidden. It's not direct. Then we have testimonial copy. Testimonial copy is when you're writing something and a third party is giving you a stamp of approval. It can be a video testimonial. It can be a celebrity testimonial, but we'll go into that more. And that's really allows you to have more authority because someone else is giving their real opinion about you, your product, and your service. Next, we have point blank copy. This is when you get right to the point. You want them to buy, make a buying decision. So you are more or less sharing the features and benefits of your product or service. Then we have face the rejection copy. This kind of copy is when you write down all the rejections that people have before making a buying decision. You face those right on. You confront them, and then you be the solution of those rejections. You tell them the rejection, why people think this way, and why you're different. And we'll go into that in more detail. Then we have educational copy. This is, again, more pointed. It talks more about, it might not just be your product or service. It could be anything that you're writing about. But what you're doing, you're adding value by educating your audience. And then finally, we have persuasion copy. It's really what it sounds like. You are persuading your audience with what you're writing. So let's get right into the technical parts of it. what I'm going to do now, I'm going to share my screen with you, take you into one of my emails, and maybe you can see which kind of copy this one is, but we're going to talk more about the structure and not the email itself. Okay, so let me share my screen with you, and we're going to go right here. So do this. All right. So this email, there's a couple of specific structures that I want you to see. And the first one is the short sentences. Now, I want you to think about this for a second, is that shorter sentences are easy to read and understand. And it also improves the rhythm of the copy. And so as you see, it says, time matters when it comes to making money online. Here are 5 great tips to cleaning up your Facebook profile. So this email is, again, talking about Facebook, but more importantly, we're going to look at the structure. Another reason why it's important to have shorter sentences is, as you see, this is the desktop version, but if you go to the mobile, you see how it fits in the mobile screen? It's flowing right. So it's important that when you write copy, you think about not only the readability, but the majority of people are on mobile devices. Excuse me. So you want to make sure that your copy fits the screen. One-word sentences helps draw your audience attention to each individual word. So when you have a long sentence, what you want to do is just cut them in two, break them up. Don't worry about them being broken sentences. We're not in school. We're not doing a test. What we're doing is making sure that it's readable. So as you can see, this is broken up. It reads well, and it follows the same format. Now you want to make sure that when you're looking at your sentences, ideally you don't want to have more than 12 to 15 words. Okay? And that's important because it just makes the sentence easier to read. The next thing we want to talk about really in this structure is the sound bite. You want to make sure that when you're talking to your audience, they can remember you, or they can remember the content that you're writing about. So one of my soundbite words is your life, your terms. You want to come up with a soundbite that people will always remember, that they will resonate with, and that they will use. The next thing that you want to do when you're writing copy, you want to sound like you know what you're talking about. So it's great to have the technical words when speaking on a particular subject. This allows you to have authority, to be commanding, and to sound like an expert. So this, again, enhances the trust that people have in you. So you want to present the exact details like names and have data to back up what you're speaking about. Now, again, in this copy, if you notice, this is an educational based copy. Right here are 5 great tips to clean up your Facebook profile. And then we just go into it. Get professional shots, use logos. So in this copy, I'm doing a couple of things. I'm educating my audience, but I'm also using expertise advice. And then if you notice here, I'm also using third-party endorsements by saying, hey, check out some other information. So this is key when looking at it because it endorses my content. So I say, if you don't know, I highly recommend reading the book Magnetic Sponsoring by Mike Dillard. Also cash flow quadrant. So this again helps me to look like the authority on the subject. And if you do your copy this way, you'll look like the authority on the subject also. So again, you want to use details to showcase the process and quality of your product and or service. So this is just the technical part of writing an email. What we're going to do in the next video training, we'll talk right into my favorite, which is storytelling copy. I'll take you right into my back office and you'll see some copies that really convert. Usually when you're writing an email campaign, you are looking for an open rate of 10 to 15%. That's ideal. The copies that I'm using, I'm getting an average of 20 to 27.6% open rate and some as high as 42. So this training will really help you understand, excuse me, understand the purpose of the copy, how to write copy, and how to be engaging, and how to get your open rate higher with your copy. Have a great day. I look forward to sharing the next strategy tip. And any questions or concerns, please feel free to write them down, send me a message, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Have a great day and a better tomorrow.